Can I try that? I like this thing.
What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to today's video. Today I'm in my dining room, not in my prop room, obviously. Right in front of my newly remodeled kitchen. We've been working on this for almost 2 months, and it's done. Just have to paint. But anyway, just wanted to show off some parts I have. I'm gonna try my hand at building a Chewbacca bowcaster, the blaster he uses throughout all the Star Wars films. It's one of the weapons in the Star Wars, the original trilogy, which I'm a huge fan of. Like most of the older Star Wars fans, I'm not really that big on the prequels or the new films. But I have some parts. I thought I'd do a little unboxing, show off what I have. On eBay one day, there was this guy selling a Barnett Commando bowcaster with a whole bunch of non-screen accurate parts, which I'm going to assume are in the other boxes. So I thought I'd pick this up as a good base to build mine off of. And the seller said that this kit was 90% complete. So here's the bowcaster out of the box. This is the actual bowcaster, and there goes the bow. Again, this is a Barnett Commando, which is not the screen accurate unit. This bowcaster is actually pretty heavy. If I had to guess, I'd say it weighs about 4 or 5 pounds. I'm going to assume this railing has to come off, but I'll get into all that, I guess, in other videos. This part looks like it attaches to the back, but we wouldn't need this for our build. The seller included some diagrams. I'm going to assume he's giving me a template for how to build the front part, where there's a barrel that comes out from here, and the sight on Chewie's bowcaster has to rest on. So this front is not screen accurate. There's going to have to be some sort of fabrication for the front. So that's what we have. This, I guess, something with the stock, but I'd have to get more into the build to understand what that's about. So there was also these 2 boxes. In this white box, which I already opened, are the balls that go to the side of each end of the bowl. But in the screen accurate, in the movie they use those pink solid handballs that you see. I mean, he shoved them in this box, and these are dented even if I wanted to use them. So these are not going to work. So I've gone ahead and opened the parts box that he included. And just so you know, the seller, I got this relatively cheap price. I don't know if anyone else is monitoring this auction, but it didn't go for a lot. I was mainly, when I decided to use Trooper's screen accurate parts, I really just wanted the crossbow. So all this, if I can use any of this, it's going to be a bonus. The seller, he's built a few, and in his description, he's worked on TV and stuff like that. So he is a prop builder. But he didn't have the time. He said he wouldn't have the time to lend a hand or give any instructions on how to build this. So I'm basically going into this project blind. These are the scopes. The Chewie's actual, the scopes used on Chewbacca's blaster were 4x20 rifle scopes, I believe. And not sure if these are accurate. I think there was a bulge in the front, so these don't look they don't quite look the part to me. But there were three scopes, these, and then there was a single point in the center, which not sure was included. Let me pause this and so I can open up these other boxes. So I pulled these out. Not sure what these are for. They look like some sort of mounting stuff. These look like all Greeblies to be used on the side of Chewie's blaster here in this portion on both sides. What you have there are some pulleys in the screen, and I'll put a picture up of Chewie's blaster now. Those Greeblies are like some pulleys, some knobs from cameras and amps and stuff like that. None of these are screen accurate, and it looks like there's other things here too for the sight and stuff like that. So, but these Greeblies I won't be using because I picked up others from Trooper. So I'll show you that when we get to it. A wood block. So I see in his diagram there's a wood block there. So this must be this portion here, and maybe he's saying to put this here to attach the plates to. I don't know, we'll figure all that out. I believe this is the barrel that'll extend up from here like that. These look like the mounting rings for the sights. Looks like we have 4 of them. So it looks like this might be what he uses for the center sight, for the as a substitute for the single point. That's another piece he has 2 of them. So we won't use those. And inside this box is the cord. There's a cord that kind of wraps around Chewie's blaster. From this end all the way to the other side. This looks like the sight that goes in the front of the barrel here. These might be more Greeblies. These are the pulley pieces that go on and the knobs. But again, we won't use these. These are resin. And these are the plates. So you would attach the plates to the side here, and then the Greeblies go on top. Right? So this is what came from the eBay seller that I picked up on this stuff from. Again, it looks like most of this stuff I'm gonna chuck, and I might keep these. I don't think I'll need these plates. I think I'm gonna go with all new scopes too. So from this, it looks like I'm just gonna be using maybe that sight, I don't know. Just these parts. So now let's look at Trooper stuff, and I'll show you what I'll be using from here. So in these 2 boxes, I have some parts from Trooper and other people on the RPF. I'll put this envelope on the side. This is all Trooper stuff. So we saw that coil that was inside that box. I also tracked down another coil that I thought looked close enough for me to use. So, but they both look similar. And not too concerned about that, so we have enough. In here, I have a sling, and this is from Spat Cave. and these usually are for used. He sells these for pulse rifles from Aliens, but I thought this might be a good substitute for a World War II sling for Chewie's bowcaster. And then in here, I picked this up from eBay, and this is not Trooper. So first, these, I knew that this kit was, the guy who sold me this one was gonna come with those resin pulleys. So I got these, and let me take these out of the bag. So I got 4 of these CNC machine pulleys. And again, we'll use these as a side greablies. So when I picked these up, this is before I saw Trooper's kit on the RPF, but he includes these with those. So I may just not use these, save that for another project, because these pieces do appear in other weapons of the original trilogy. The middle scope, the single point, it's a tough piece to track down in the wild, the original scope. So the same guy, he offered machined scopes. So I picked up his scope, and this would, you know, once the build is done, it would have to be painted. And these are all the parts for that scope. Let me, I'll put this together real quick just to show you what it looks like. So here's a single point, just roughly, loosely put together. Another, you know, there's the 2 knobs, and he included extra parts. So there's an extra knob and these 2 pieces. But the 2 knobs go in, and I'll have to secure that in some way. Then there's another knob in the bottom. The plastic cone cap, and you have this red single point goes into that hole, right? And then at the back end, you have the plastic cap. You'd put that in, and then you have the cap that kind of caps it all off and keeps it in place. And it goes in like that. So that would be this scope. And it, you know, these are the, again, I'm not going to use, I don't think I'm going to be using these, but it'll kind of look like that, attached together like that. And it rests on top of here, on Chewie's bowcaster. This is a solid piece of metal, so there's some weight to it. These are light, these feel like plastic. They have not too much weight to it. So this is the box that I'm probably most excited for. These are the screen accurate parts from Trooper on the RPF, and this is the side plates that's going to go on each side of Chewie's bowcaster in this area. And here's a picture of what these side plates will look like. So those pictures are Troopers directly from the RPF in his junkyard thread. So this is Trooper's kit, and you saw pictures of what it looks like when you put it all together, but holy shit, man, this thing looks cool. He gives you a wood block. This will fill in the gap in here. Again, he's using, all this is based on his casting of the screen accurate bow. So he's offering resin castings of the bow, the crossbow, and the prod. So I don't know if this will fit as needed on this, but it's wood, so I guess we could, you know, figure out a way to make this work. But very cool. I didn't expect that the wood block was coming with it. And then here are the parts. So let me take this out. And as you can see, he's even included the screws to put this together, which is very cool. Totally unexpected about the screws as well. So here are the pieces out of the bag, and I arranged them the way I think they're supposed to be arranged on the plates. This piece will go up here like that. But very cool. And here's all the hardware he includes. I think this bolt is for his prod, to connect his prod to the front of the bowcaster. And I got these were in the bag as well. So I know some of these go onto the side of the bowcaster. There's some discs that go on, I think, on both sides of here. But again, all that's outlined in his build thread. So you guys may notice, it looks like there's a piece missing here, and there's a piece missing here, right? So there were 2 dials that he doesn't include with this kit that you have to track down yourself. And Trooper was cool enough to hook me up with this one, which I bought separately. And this one was a camera dial, and he showed me where to get that. And I actually found it on eBay, camera from a Russian seller. So I'm waiting for that to come in. But this is the, inside here is the other piece. If I can get this out. And that piece goes there. So I have all the accurate, and then just waiting for this again to come in. So I have all the accurate pieces for the side of the bowcaster. I have the replica single point for the top, and unless I'll be using this one unless I track down a real single point. But I think this fits the bill. Not sure how much I want to invest in one of those. These are the extra pulleys. Trooper's pulleys are larger and way more, and they have a bit more weight to it. So, but these are nice too. I don't want to disparage this guy. His are great. Dot, I'm going to be using these scopes, and I'm going to try to use this again. Try to use this Barnett Commando bowcaster for the build, only because it's a genuine, it's a real weapon. I just want to give it a try. So I'm on the hunt now. I'll be looking for, I'll keep my eye on the Trooper thread to see what else he offers, but I'll be looking for the 4x20 scopes. And I'll need the pink balls that go on each side of the prod. And I guess I might need some sort of attachment that goes onto the bowcaster for the sling. So I took the sling out of the bag just so you guys see it. There's a swivel at each end. But I'm very excited about this project. Again, the past few videos have been more prop related. Star Wars is my first love. So I'm very excited to try to give this a go. This is one of the weapons that I've never owned. I've never had in my collection in any form or fashion. And not very many builders over the years have tackled this. There's a bunch of 3D rendered bowcasters you can pick up on Etsy and stuff like that. But this thing will have real weight, and we're using real world items on it. So if I get any other parts in of substance, I won't do a video on that dial that's coming in, but any other cool parts that come in, maybe if I get the other scopes and whatnot, I'll do a video. Otherwise, part 2 probably won't happen until we start building this. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys soon. Enjoy the holiday weekend.